Alrighty, welcome back to another fun-filled and exciting episode of It's Easier to Take It Somewhere Else. Some might be wondering, where did he come up with the name It's Easier to Take It Somewhere Else? Well, pretty simple. Everything I do here, it's easier to take somewhere else instead of doing it yourself. So that's it. All right. I don't know where we left off. We left off somewhere up in here. I had ordered some stuff, but we're not going to hit that right now. I got my stuff. It came in the mail today. This long tube, square tube. Today, I'm gonna do some work on the. I'm gonna put the axles in. I got some axle grease, some CV joint grease. I got 2 packages of it just in case. That's about it. I'm gonna putz around with this for a while. I'll, as usual, I'll set you guys up on the tripod and let you have a gander. All right. Today I showed you we're gonna be putting the axles in, and these have to be cleaned up a bit. Just the outside rim. This is going to be packed with grease on the inside. The CV axle grease. Same with over here. But first, got to take the bolts out of the axles. I already took bolts out of one. I got to take the bolts out of this one and clean up any remaining. Ow! In case you were wondering what that was about. That I conked my noggin. That's the rear body panel. All right, well, gotta clean off the very outer edge where the bolts go, because that's supposed to be clean, both sides. And it's actually a somewhat of a friction fit. This has to be clean, and what I showed you before in the beginning has to be clean, just the outer rim. But the inner part has to be with has to have CV axle grease in it. Watch the old noggin this time. All right. I already took the bolts out of the one. I'm gonna probably not show you I'm not going to show you taking it out of the other one because it's just taking bolts out. I went through the trouble of cleaning all the outside edges on the wheels too, on the wheel side. Used Q-tips to clean out the bolt holes, and I have bolts soaking in my good old chock full of nuts coffee can. I had them soaking in wax and grease remover. What I think I'm going to do is just snip the corner of the bag and have it come out like, I don't know, like maybe cake icing or something, I don't know. And just kind of squish it in the center. I don't even know how much to put in. Maybe one of you guys have done it before or has done it before. You can let me know if I did it right or did it wrong in the comments. I don't know, that looks like a nice sized blob. That one looks like it's going to fall. Now, from what I understand, these axles, they don't care which way they go in. Basically a one side fits all. All right, let me get one started. I guess we'll go with this side. That one to that one. All right. And we got one bolt or two bolts. They come in pairs, I guess. I'm probably going to be in your way, but I have to. I have to be. Well, that didn't work out too well. I guess I had too much. Well, with what's left on the axle itself and what's left in the little hole here, we're going to try this again. I'm running over all my nice clean nuts and bolts. Or bolts, rather. This feels like it's going in. I gotta get a proper socket for this. I'm afraid to let this go for fear of it falling, but I may have to. Just may have to take a chance. You know what happens sometimes when you take a chance. If I can park it up in there for a bit. All right. I know I got some grease in the holes. I'm just going to take a chance. Okay, 8mm. This is like a spline. It fits in the hole, the little splined hole. Okay. I gotta find out what the torque specs are for these things. All right. Now I got two started. Let's move over to the wheel side and see if we can pack that. Do some fudge packing over here. This is the other side. This is the wheel side. I gotta pack that that little concave thing full of grease. Hopefully not as much as the other one. So it goes squishing out. And that's the face of the axle. All right. You're not going to be able to see because I'm barely going to be able to see. I got to get my head in there. Okay. Squish it all up in there and hope for the best. Hopefully that's not too much. Ow. Keep bonking my head bone. Well, let's hope that's a good one. Let's hope they're all going to be good ones. Oh, son of a gun. It felt like it lined right up. Wow. It did. Huh. All right. How about that, huh? Wow. All right. I showed putting in 2 over on the transmission side and 2 on the wheel side, the hub side or whatever. And I'm not going to show putting the rest because it's all the same. In the meantime, I'm going to try and find torque specs once I get everything done. I finished putting the axle on the hub side, but I couldn't with all good conscience, being that this car is not going to be on the road for quite some time, and it's not like I don't have the time. I couldn't in good conscience let that go with all the grease all over it, so I separated the 2, and I did, to the best of my ability, clean off the edges and the screw holes, the threaded holes, and well, I'm just reassembling it now. I really had no excuse for not doing it, so I just went ahead and did the right thing. I'm just snugging these up ever so loosely, just until I got some resistance. Whoop. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. I'm not going to show the driver's side because it's the same. What I am going to do is look up the torque specs. Okay, it took a little digging. The torque specs for these are 25 foot-pounds. So I'm going to put the other side in, and then we'll do some torquing. I'm going to hit the emergency brake to stop everything from turning, and then I'm going to set my torque wrench to 25 foot-pounds. This way everything will be hunky-dunky. Come on, you can do it. 25 foot-pounds. There you go. All right, now I gotta hit the emergency brake. Okay, 1. Whoop. This is at a slight angle. I should have had that turned a little bit more. Hope I didn't screw up the spline type thing. Release the emergency brake and check for black marks. Black marker marks. Marked, marked, marked. Oh, there they are marked. All are marked. Okay. Now we move to the other side. Let's set the emergency brake. Okay. 1. 2. Mark it. One. Come on. 2. All right. Okay. All right. This way I'll know in the future that I did it. All right. That's gonna do it for this. I don't know. Should I paint them? What do you think? Nah. Well, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe.